Well, I'm making a part 2 to this pay-per-view because once again, I got a phone call, and technically the pay-per-view should have been over. I don't know. It was running late. I picked up the phone call anyway. It wouldn't have mattered because it stopped the video. I fell asleep through most of the Pujambi prison match, so I actually rewind it back, and I'm reviewing it now. And you'll get a better review out of me this way. I can review the entire match. It just, when you see the cage down, I just remember from all those years ago, once they're in the cage, you literally can barely have any view whatsoever of what's going on in the ring. There's just too many poles and ropes, and I couldn't imagine sitting there. If you're like 100 feet away from the ring, I guess it's okay, but I couldn't imagine in the nosebleed seat staring down and you're just looking at sticks and shit like that. Straight out the gate, Jinder, eyes open. If you don't know the rules, there's 2 chambers. First chamber has 4 doors surrounding the ring. You only can ask the ref once to open the chamber door, and if you don't get your ass out of it in 60 seconds, that door is eliminated. And if all 4 doors are eliminated, then you have to climb over that cage to get out of the first chamber. And of course, you got to climb your way out of the second one to win. But they already opened up the first door, and Randy and Jinder are fighting, trying to get through the door. Orton's literally hanging out by his ankle, and Jinder's hanging on, yanking him back in. First 60 seconds on the first door just ran out. They're chain locking it. They're putting a chain and locking it up. So that door is now eliminated. Randy's just sitting there watching it get chained. So now there's 3 doors left. The crowd is very quiet. You'd think they're watching a murder scene. No one is really into it. They haven't done anything except they're just exchanging, like, I wouldn't say it's a submission hold. Like, Jinder's got Randy in like an armbar right now, a standing armbar, and then he'll get out of that and do something to Jinder, and they're just doing back and forth crap right now. Orton's trying to get out of the armbar, and now he's got an armbar with Jinder's leg wrapped around his head. Well, I never even saw who asked, but if the second door had been opened and the time clock for that just ran out, they weren't fighting to get out the door as much as like they were on the first one. Like I said, I don't know who asked for it to be opened, but now the second door has been locked. It's no longer an option. And Randy's just dropping boots now on Jinder. Now they're using the prison as a weapon. Jinder was throwing Orton repeatedly into the cage. Jinder hit the ropes and was going for like his, I guess his own version of the Superman punch. Orton caught him and suplexed him into the cage. Jinder felt he just did it again for the second time. And then Orton snapped his head into the top rope there, slingshotted him back into the ring. Orton's requesting for the third door to open. The door is now being opened. But he's not making any sort of... Now he's moving. It's like he asked for the door to open and then he just sits there. He's very slowly putting... Oh, he just put his first leg through the rope. Now Jinder's got him. Orton again tries to get through the ropes. Jinder yanks him back in by his arm. Jinder eats a couple elbows. Now he's trying to go through the cage door. Orton's got him in a headlock and is trying to pull him back into the ring. Jinder's hanging onto the rope. European uppercut by Orton. He collapses. He's crawling towards the door. One leg over the rope. Second one's trying to... Nope. Jinder's got him again by the arm. 4 seconds left on that door. 2, 1. Door's locked. No more door. Oh, there's one more door. Oops. Power slam by Orton, followed up by a second rope DDT. He's standing at the last door. Oh no, he's pointing. He's at the wrong door. Now he's asking for the ref to open the last door. He opens it and then goes back looking at Jinder when he could clearly have already gotten out of the cage. Now Orton's signaling for the RKO. First 15 seconds of that door is already up. Jinder blocks the RKO, hits a running knee to Orton's face. 35 seconds left. Jinder's going for the Colossus. Orton fights out, RKO. 20 seconds left on that door. Here, the Sin brothers just came out from under the ring. You're telling me those little bastards have been under the ring this entire pay-per-view? And they grab Jinder Mahal and yank him out by his feet through the cage door. They're signaling to close the door. There's 1 second left. The door closes almost on Randy Orton's hand. The ref is chaining the door. I can't believe the Sin brothers have been under there for over 3 hours. And they make people do that crap, people. There's stories of wrestlers literally sitting under there so long they piss and crap themselves waiting. Now they're trying to get Jinder up and on his feet. From that RKO, Jinder is awake. Orton's just sitting there at the cage door staring. If Jinder was smart, he would start climbing. There would be no way in hell that he'd be caught. Orton's up and stumbling. Now he's starting to climb the turnbuckle to start climbing the cage. Jinder's climbing the cage. His side of the chamber. Don't even tell me they're going to meet each other like somewhere up there on top of the cage. It looked like Orton's on top of the chamber. He's stepping across. He's on the other side with Jinder now. Oh, I thought he was going to jump and like knock him down. Now they're climbing towards each other on the chamber. Fighting at the top. Orton just headbutted Jinder. Orton just kind of fell a little bit, but so did Jinder. He's headbutting him again. Looks like they're slowly climbing back down. Elbow to Orton. Headbutt again by Orton. Good lord. Now he just slammed Jinder's head into the cage. He's doing it again. Yeah, I would do it until he fell. And there he goes. He fell. He dropped about 6-7 feet. Now the Sin brothers are all over Orton. They got him by his ankles. They're ripping him down the cage. And they're putting the boots to Orton. Jinder's on his feet, signaling the Sin brothers to get him up. The Sin brothers throw Orton towards Jinder, and he super kicks Orton. Start climbing. The world's slowest climb is underway. That's what I hate about these things. The Sin brothers are holding Randy Orton down while Jinder, he climbs. He just got his 4th rung now after about a minute of climbing. Singh brothers are still trying to stop him. Orton suplexes one onto the floor. Jinder's climbed 1 rung since all that time. Now Orton is in pursuit. He climbed 1 rung and had Jinder's leg. Now he's pulling Jinder back down. Trying to. Jinder's hanging from a rung, but his legs aren't actually on the cage, and he fell 2 feet to the floor. Orton's throwing him into the cage. He's going back after the Sin Brothers. Suplex the other one. The other one jumps on Orton. Throws him into the cage. The fans are yelling at Orton, "Start climbing, idiot." I don't know what he's doing. Well, okay, he just got kicked in the stomach. Oh no, Jinder somehow got a kendo stick out, but it just splintered on Orton. Now he pulled out another one. The first one literally like exploded with one hit. And now he's beating Orton with another one. Now he's setting up for the Colossus. Orton's hanging onto the cage. He's ramming Jinder in his back into the cage to avoid the Colossus. Jinder breaks the hold. Orton's picking up the kendo stick. No, he was. Now he's. It's amazing how he picked up the broken one and he said "F that" and instantly pulled one out from underneath the ring, a new one. Like he already knew it was there. Jinder's begging. He's telling him to climb the cage. Orton's cracking him in the head with the kendo stick. Shoulder blades, the back. Here come the Sin Brothers again. He's back on Jinder. Ooh, damn. Orton's hit from the kendo stick. He's shredded. His back is torn open and bleeding. I was just going to say, I wonder what it feels like to get hit by one of those things. And he only got hit once in the back. Orton signaling he's going to make the climb. Somehow he hurt his arm. He's climbing a little bit faster than Jinder, but not by much. One of the Sin Brothers just climbed through the cage. Ah! He's climbing the outside of the cage, matching pace with Orton, and he's punching and kicking him through the cage. I don't know what he's trying to do. He's got Orton by a chokehold. He's got his head through the cage, and he's hanging Orton by his neck pretty much. But he's stopping him from climbing any farther. Wow! Orton was hanging by his... making it look like he was hanging by his neck anyway. Orton's fighting back. He just gut punched whatever Sin Brother that is. Just cold cocked him in the face. But the Sin Brother keeps climbing to the top of the cage. Now Orton's climbing. The Sin Brother missed with a punch. The Sin Brother is barely keeping on the cage. I think we're going to see a big fall or something here. This little bastard has to fall 15 feet to the floor. I feel sorry for him. Orton's winding up. Okay. Alright, well, he fell through the announcer's table. Alright, I'll give him that. Jinder's climbing up now behind Orton. He's got Orton's ankle. Orton's fighting back, kicking. He's collapsing down the cage, though. Jinder's climbing. Orton and Jinder are side by side, starting to exchange blows. Kidney punch by Orton, headbutt. He slipped a little bit off the cage. Jinder's going for Randy's ankle, trying to yank him off. He's using his weight. He just dropped Randy a few rungs. Orton's kind of collapsed to the floor. Jinder just jumped down. Punch to the back of Orton's head. Man, that poor little Sin brother, that looks like 20 feet from up there. Probably is 20 feet. Bounced, too, man. He got a nice bounce off that table in the replay. Orton slung into the cage. Went for a big boot and missed. His leg is hanging through the cage. Orton's going for a cage, second rung of the cage, DDT outside. He hits it. Crowd pops. That woke him up. Wow! Orton's arm that he's favoring, that he's acting like it's hurt with one of his sleeved arms. That bamboo must have really cut his ass because he's got a slice going through his tattoo and there's blood coming out. I just now saw that. It's dripping down to his elbow. Wow. Looks like his elbow's cut open too. He's got blood dripping down his back from the kendo stick. Wow. Funny thing is, Jinder didn't get tore up like that, and he took way more hits than Orton did. Orton's grabbing another kendo stick. Wow. I was going to say he's breaking it up like he's trying to break it to maybe F Jinder up, but he just tossed that one. He pulled out a chair. The other Sin brother is starting to move around. And Orton hits him with the chair. Orton hits Jinder in the stomach with the chair, now the back. Randy's collapsing. He's got the chair up now over his head, cranking Jinder again. He almost collapsed from hitting him. He must be just exhausted, or he's selling this really well. One of the two. Hits Jinder again in the stomach.
Is now the time that Orton attempts to escape. Randy is looking to win that championship for his 14th time.
Orton stumbling around the cage. What is he doing? He just patted down the ref for whatever reason. Now he's starting to climb the cage. I wonder if his arm really is hurt. He's favoring it every time he climbs. Here comes one of the Sin brothers. He's got Orton's leg. Orton's kicking him with the free leg. Down he goes. Orton's slipping. Music's hitting. Jinder's music's hitting. It's the Great Khali! I kind of had a feeling he would show up for this. Orton's freaking out. He's trying to climb the cage as quick as he can. Khali's at the cage. He's shaking it. He's really shaking it. Orton just lost his footing. He's kind of fell over the top of the cage. He's falling down the cage. Khali's climbing it now, meeting Orton, sort of. He's almost got Orton by the neck right there. Now he did. He's holding Randy Orton by his neck, pulling him through the cage. Orton just lost his footing. He was literally just hanging by his elbows and his neck. You can see the blood streaming down Orton's arm. That was a good shot of it right there. Here comes Jinder. I don't know what Jinder's doing. He's just sitting there on the cage staring at Orton. He's laughing now as he climbs the cage. The fans are starting to wake up. He's over the top of the cage. He's going to win this, folks. Choke slam Orton off the side of that cage. He threw him down. Wasn't a choke slam, but he threw him down, and Orton didn't even really try to protect his fall. Khali, Jinder are hugging. I hope they don't become like a tag team or something. If he joins their faction, I'm fine with that, but, God. Great Khali. I don't know, he looks a little bit chubbier than he used to be. I wouldn't say fat, but I don't know. Khali just yanked the belt out of Jinder's hand, and he's holding it up over his head. Alright, he gave it back to Jinder. Jinder couldn't have like a "what the hell are you doing" look on his face. Ugh. God, is Great Khali really back? I hope not, man. I don't know. Well, this wasn't a bad match. I remember the other ones, the other two being really bad. I remember the second Bujambi prison match, Great Khali couldn't even be in it. He was substituted for somebody. He did show up in that match. All he did was climb the cage, like kind of what he did this time, to distract Big Show or whoever the hell was in the match. And they lost. It was just really dumb and weird. But I'm glad Jinder won. But like I said, what does this mean? They don't even have Khali's music anymore to play. It's so weird. Khali comes out to Jinder's music. Once again, he's holding Jinder's belt over his head. Alright. Well, sorry I had to make a two-parter. Like I said, somebody called me. I'm going camera hunting to see if I can just stop the madness. I wouldn't be hassled at shows either. I could go incognito. So, you know, hopefully that will end the madness. I can have, maybe even have more recording time too. I've updated my chips and everything, and it doesn't do anything. I have about 33 minutes worth of record time, and then that's about it. But at least you got more of a play-by-play with the main event. But yeah, Great Khali showed up. He interfered. Jinder is still SmackDown World Champion, and I'm perfectly fine with that. That's it for now, guys. I ain't going to hold you up any longer. Hit like, leave a comment. Tell me what you think. God, I hope we don't see like Khali versus Lesnar or something. What is it? Subscribe, notification button. Hit the notification button. And that's it for now. Maybe I've got stuff to review, but I have news. I've got lots of news, so maybe the next video will be a news thing, and I'll do it tomorrow. So, like I said, that's it for now, guys. Thanks for watching. Mad Viking out.